Shalom, shalom, shalom. Not that to the hopeful elect of Israel. First off, I want to start off and give all honors and infinite praises to YAHAWAH, Bahashem, YAHAWASHI, Bahashem, Rakach Radash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of GreatMillstone who taught us his truth and who rule well. Peace and safety and salutations out there to you sincere and your hopeful elect scattered abroad across the four winds of this earth. Alright, I'm your fellow servant, Malakia. Alright, coming in with another lesson today. Okay, this lesson, alright, it's going to be going into, just like 2008, all over again. People are fighting for their houses. Okay? And as these people are fighting for their houses, okay, you have people, they can't sell their houses. You have people going into bankruptcy. Alright, people getting their houses foreclosed. The whole market is basically just shift. You see, the time for these people to really get out of the real estate game was back in 2020, 2021. That was the time for you to sell. But now you got caught up within these different these rate cuts. Okay, these different HOA fees. Now a lot of these people are stuck, alright, with the value of the homes going down. Okay, so whatever it comes with the people who have houses, they're stuck with it right now. All these investors who invested into all these different houses, they stuck within it. Okay, and it's taking another whole turn, man, because a lot of people are about to start losing their fucking houses, man. These people are trying to fight to either sell, okay, or to even out, okay, on that sale of their house. But right now, as the market is looking, it is not a seller's market. You will not be able to sell your house unless you underbid. Okay, so we're getting ready to start to see a big wave of a whole domino effect of houses just crashing. Okay, yeah, man, this shit's going down, man. Just as you seen in 2008, we're getting ready to see something much worse. Because in the time of 2020, everybody went to go buy a house. A lot of the real estate investors and people especially came down to Florida to go get houses. But now here it is, the economy is not doing so well, and these payments are getting higher and higher. All right, the mortgage is getting higher. The different insurance premiums are going higher. So now it's leaving people in a default to where they're gonna have to either go into bankruptcy, into foreclosure, to where they just lose their whole house altogether. Okay, so we're seeing the downfall of America, Babylon the Great, man. Here within, it is deteriorating. All right, from within. So let me play this video. I got a couple videos I want to play, okay, to kind of give the background of really what's going on, man. Because these big top major cities, all right, and states, they're going down, man. And this is just only the beginning, man. It's gonna fall quick. So I'm going to start to play this video.
But July, highest amount. So let's get into this. What I was saying, foreclosure, 3 phases of foreclosure, you guys. The first phase, the homeowner gets behind on their mortgage, usually 3 months, and then the lender will file that notice of sale or notice of default. The second phase, the auction is scheduled. That's me, your auction mama. The house goes up for auction. And the third and final phase, the lender repossesses the property. If it does not sell at auction, it reverts back to the bank and becomes an REO property. That's the third and final phase of foreclosure. So this report shows there were a total of 36,128 U.S. properties with foreclosure filings. So somewhere in those 3 phases.
And that's a lot of houses. And within those houses, you have people within those houses. It ain't just only one person. It's whole families. You know, a lot of these Jakes went out to go buy houses. Okay, a lot of these Edomites went to go buy houses. This was the time everything was going good. They bringing in their families. You know, they bringing in grandma, grandpa. You know, whole families, children. But as we see, man, this thing is taking another whole turn, man. And these people are about to be without houses. And there it is, Trump putting I believe it was an executive order going out until you can't be homeless. So wait till they getting ready to haul these people off that's out here that's gonna lose their homes. Shit going down.
11% from a month ago and up 13% from a year ago. July's foreclosure activity continues to trend upward year over year with increases in both starts. That means new people getting behind, going into foreclosure, people getting laid off from their jobs. You always see that all over the...
Yeah, and that's making a domino effect too, that with the jobs being cut. You know? Bringing in these different DEI programs. All right, all these women, all right, who went and had all these different big jobs, government jobs, contracts and shit. Guess what, man? They're being laid off, and guess what? They bought houses. They bought houses, and they're gonna lose them.
The news, people can't afford their mortgages anymore, right? The rates have been steadily high, right? They've been holding steady and they've been holding steadily high. So, and a lot of people got those 3-2-1 buy downs or 2-1 buy down, and now they're at their full rates. I've seen that happen to a lot of people. They had lower rates and now they're at their full rate, and it's just not affordable. It's just so many reasons, right? While rising home prices are helping many owners maintain equity, the steady climb in filings suggests growing pressure in some markets. So my point was, you get in foreclosure and you think, I can go ahead and sell. Let me sell the house before my auction. These houses are not moving. Nobody's selling. Everybody's sitting for a while. And if you got an auction staring in your face, you know, you don't have the luxury to sit for a while, right? And I'm seeing people who have not paid their mortgage in years, right? So you haven't paid your mortgage in years, you haven't talked to the bank, and now they're like, we're gonna foreclose on your house, it's going up for auction, and now you're like, well, I'm gonna sell it. And some of these banks are like, we don't believe you said you was gonna send a payment, and you didn't send that. You know, so it's hard. If you're sitting on the market facing foreclosure, you know, just price it accordingly. Y'all, you're not gonna make out like bandits. Like, oatmeal is better than no meal. Y'all price it affordably so you can get off of it and move on and lower your blood pressure. You know?
And it ain't gonna happen. Okay? It shit is not gonna happen. That's just one video, man. You know, this thing is taking another whole turn, man. No one's buying. Okay? I mean, you have people still buying, but you have no one selling. Salakia. So let me bring this video right here. Just a couple that I want to bring out.
House.
Here we go.
If you are wanting to sell your house.
I am selling my house and losing probably about $20,000.
For those who care, I just took my house off the market, and I'm going to tell you why.
And I put it all into the house. So I basically lost my inheritance.
We bought our house in April of this year. In May, we moved in, and then in June, our insurance company decided to drop our homeowner's insurance, just cancel the policy.
Last night, I decided to stop making payments on my mortgage and HOA.
So there are people right now trying to sell their house, and they can't. They're saying the market is just too slow and I can't offload this house. Others are dealing with negative equity because by the time they clear out their closing costs and the price of the market just being lethargic, they're stuck. Or they're like, man, I'm gonna lose $40,000 just by selling. So let's get down to it, let's talk about it, let's hear these stories, because there's some amazing ones. And as a real estate agent, I'll tell you what I think about it at the end. This is a very interesting time to be in real estate. Let's go.
I am selling my house and losing probably about $20,000, maybe more, but let's hope not.
Yeah, and it's just an ongoing trend. You know, to kind of cut the video short, you got to look at it. These people who are actually trying to sell their houses, they may sell them, but they're at a loss. I'm hearing -20. I'm hearing -40. I seen somebody losing $100 and something thousand off of a house. This is it, man. So it says right here, home sellers are panicking. House will not sell, man. Foreclosures. People can't afford the houses. See, the market, the housing market is crashing right before people's eyes, and you still got people out here still want to go buy houses, man. And this shit is going down. The time for you to, if you don't have a house, why go get one? Just the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 12, verse 3. In the day when the keepers of the house shall tremble. Okay, when you look at these economists, these chief economists, all right, they're looking at the economy, they're seeing how things is moving. Okay, they're trembling, they're seeing the things of what the state of America is going to be like, man. They're seeing that this place is not going to last, okay, how the old system was. They can see that there's a fall within this new current system, and they're comparing it to 2008. This is 2008 all over again, man. But it's going to be far, far much worse. It says, and the strong men shall bow themselves and the grinders cease. They've been mentioning the layoffs, the jobs. This is the reason why you're getting the foreclosures. This is why you're seeing people trying to panic and try to sell the house. They don't have the job no more to keep it up. The rates are increasing. It says, because they are few, and those that look out of the windows be darkened. Look at these people, man. Through. Let me see if I can click on her face. Through. She's done. No hope. Losing money. Let me see if I can find the woman who lost her inheritance of $40K. Let me see if I can get this piece right here, because he mentioned it right here.
Don't find just a regular agent, find the best agent. Let's move on to the next one. So this is a very interesting picture right here. And I want to know what you guys think in the comments down below. This is about the amount of properties that have been absorbed by investors and corporations by state. This is a heat map. What do you think about this? If you look up into New York City, that one is interesting. I think a lot of that is zombie-owned buildings, okay? You want to repatriate money to the United States. You want to buy a building and you want to let it sit there vacant. And I think that's a majority of what's going on there. That's why you look over the New York horizon and you see a lot of lights on or a lot of lights off, and you're like, who lives there? I've never seen anybody in there. But yet there's this $5 million condo just sitting there with nobody in it. That's overseas money just sitting there rather than in a foreign bank. A lot of crazy stuff going on with that. I don't know what you think down below. I think the Midwest is interesting. I think Florida's very interesting.
Yeah, because these places of what he's naming are basically just ghost towns. All right, ghost houses. They're just sitting there. A bunch of houses just sitting there, and no one's moving in. So for those investors who put that money in, they still have mortgages. They still have different premiums they got to keep up with it to keep the place up and running, but no one's buying it.
And look.
Money in a renovation.
Realtor
just told us. I thought that we would be. So we bought this house for $350. I thought we'd be able to sell it for $4. Sorry, I just drank some carrot juice. We put so much money in renovations into this house. Thousands and thousands, tens of thousands of dollars. I thought that would be able to go towards the house, but we can only sell it for $355. So I basically lost my inheritance. My dad left me like $40,000, and I put it all into the house. And that's about how much money we're losing. So, and the blows keep coming, and they won't stop coming.
Can you imagine getting an inheritance check from your parents or your family?
This place is done. This place is done. Let me finish up this in Ecclesiastes chapter 12, verse 4. It says, and the doors shall be shut in the streets. Okay? a part of these houses as well. Okay, these jobs, the doors are closing on it on this place, man. It says, when the sound of the grinding is low, and he shall rise up at the voice of the bird, and all the daughters of music shall be brought low. So we seeing, all right, the deterioration of America, Babylon the Great, okay, within these different industries, okay, that are failing. I think it was this one. Let me play this one for the first minute.
Zillow just dropped a bombshell warning. The U.S. housing bubble is bursting. Once the safest bet for millions of families, the real estate market has morphed into a financial trap that's swallowing savings, youth, and retirement dreams. The latest data predicts a 2% nominal drop in home prices nationwide in 2025, but in many cities the plunge is far steeper. Austin is down 17.5%. California's Bay Area has lost nearly 30%, and Miami and Tampa are seeing waves of homeowners forced to sell at a loss. Worse still, this isn't just about cold, hard numbers. Behind every percentage point drop are thousands of families losing hundreds of thousands in property value. Retirees, those who believed their home was a golden ticket to a secure retirement, are now buckling under record high taxes and insurance costs. Young families who took out mortgages at peak prices are now underwater, owing more than their homes are worth, trapped in a desperation that echoes the 2008 crisis.
And that's it. It echoes the 2008 crisis. The people are through. You see? Look at this Edomite here. He got the damn beads in his hand with the cross. He got bills. He's stressed out. So sooner or later, we're getting ready to start to see a lot of these people that's losing their homes is going to either probably burn up the houses because they don't want to take the L. You know, it's mostly going to be Esau because he's a sore loser. You're going to see Esau jumping off different condos. Jumping off the fucking condo because he can't afford it anymore. He's going to jump off. Okay? And end his life. He may take his family with him. See, the life of these American lifestyle, hey man, this shit... these people are falling, man. And this is the time for you to rejoice, man. Because, hey, YAHAWASHI is destroying our enemies, man. Anybody who was for this world, who was all proud in this world, thinking that this shit was never going to fall, hey, man, laugh at it. Fuck them, man. Fuck these people, man. They could lose everything, and we're seeing them lose. And this is why we got to be more circumspect, too, as well. You know, while you're out, you know. Showing wisdom, like the scripture says, walk with wisdom towards those that are without, man. Because these people are about to fucking lose it real soon. Lose everything. Big foreclosures happening within the car industries. People who was out here trying to stunt on the nice cars and shit. They losing their fucking cars because they're losing their jobs. They don't have the same income. Prices is still increasing. Groceries are increasing. Programs is getting shut down. EBT. Etc. Let me jump to the next one. Is this one it? Okay. And this is a guy here, Readventure Consulting. I subscribe to him. He's always in this area where I'm at, Tampa area. A lot of it, he's not in like Miami. He's looking at different places, all within Florida. He goes to certain places like in Texas and things like that, but majority, he's here in Florida. And I like to check him and keep watching him and stay up to date because he's looking at the foreclosure. He's looking at this system basically crumble and houses that just sitting on markets. And he's been doing this the past 2 years. Okay? Going into it.
Rate cut mania is back. The Fed is poised to cut interest rates in September. The betting markets are saying there's a 94% chance of a rate cut, and we could see 3 rate cuts by the end of the year. And in the next 12 months, we could even be seeing 6 rate cuts in the next 12 months. This is now causing a lot of people to go into a pandemonium in the housing market. The realtors, the investors, the mortgage brokers, they're getting whipped up into a frenzy, thinking that these rate cuts are going to reinvigorate the housing market, that the buyers are going to come back, and that the prices are going to go back up. However, I have some bad news for you if that's what you think, and it's the fact that it's unlikely we're going to see these rate cuts do anything really for the housing market. Because we went through this already last year, everyone. Last year, the Fed cut interest rates by 100 basis points, and what happened in 2025? Home buyer demand dropped even further. I think we could see something similar play out over the next 12 months. However, I'm going to give you my exact forecast on where the market is heading in terms of prices, sales, and mortgage rates later in this video. But first, we need to talk about the deflation that's now occurring across the U.S.
And if I didn't want to go more into it, all right, because he's going to go more into the different statistics. He's bringing out things on the chart. He's looking at the home prices, all right, over the years. And he's seeing this is a exponential growth, okay, from the 1920s till what? Till now. You can see, all right, how inflation just came in. And now the people are living within it. It reached its peak, but then it falls. Here it is. We see it has reached its peak, and now it's doing a correction. It is falling. So if you bought a house, okay, at a high rate or even a high price, while the market is falling, if you're not getting out while the market is falling, you're going to be stuck with the price at the top. It's the same thing like when you're trading stocks. It's the same thing. All right. You buy low, you sell high. It's right now it's at its peak. It's the time to sell, but it's so many people trying to sell that the market is flooded with homes. Okay, and people can't sell. So let me go to the next video. Just a small clip. This is from Econofin.
The housing market crash Zillow didn't see coming started in the South, and it's growing fast. Florida leads the nation with 1 in every 267 homes in foreclosure.
You see, Florida is a big stepping ground, okay, for houses. Okay, it says Florida, New Jersey, Nevada post highest state foreclosure rates in 2024. It says states within the highest foreclosure rates in 2024 were Florida, 1 in every 267 housing units with foreclosure filing. New Jersey, 1 in 267 units. Nevada, 1 in 273 housing units. Illinois, 1 in every 278 housing units. In South Carolina, 1 in every 304 housing units, man. So showing this shit is going down, man. The statistics is not lying. This is from the rates from 2024. What about 2025, man? It's showing that the market has shifted, and Florida is one big place, okay, to where we're getting ready to start to see majority of these people are going to lose it here in Florida. I believe it's going to be the first state that's going to close. It's either between Florida, Texas, okay, and I believe in Nevada. So these different hot spots, okay, what people went and went to, they're getting ready to start to see a lot of more foreclosures, man.
Closure. Austin prices crashed 23% from peak, and Texas builders are offering $51,600 per house just to move inventory. While Zillow predicts 2.6% national price growth and talks about a soft landing, Adam Data, the Texas Real Estate Research Center, and Wolf Street Analysis prove the South is experiencing a full-blown crash that's been quietly spreading for months. But here's
and that's the South, Florida, all the different states, all in the South, man. Showing that what, man, this place is hey, man, it's on its end, man. It's on its way out. Let me just finish up this last precept and we can get up out of here, man. Because, hey, there's nothing that you can do, man. While these people out here trying to fight, okay, to keep their life here, okay, they don't understand that this place is falling right before their eyes. Okay, but, hey, the water YAHAWASHI for giving us another way, okay, to see, all right, to flee away from this place, man. That's why the Lord told us, basically commanded us, all right, to flee out of this place, man. And you flee out of this place spiritually, man. Your mind should not be nowhere here in America, Babylon the Great. All right, store your treasures in heaven, man, because this is what's getting ready to come. The new kingdom of heaven, okay, is about to be established upon the earth. It ain't gonna be no more of this fucking paying bills for this old concrete ass fucking place, man. The Lord getting ready to do away with all of this. This is the book of Zephaniah 1 and 10. And it shall come to pass in that day, saith the Lord, that there shall be the noise of a cry from the fish gate, and an howling from the second, and a great crashing from the hills. Okay? You know, you go into some of the history, I believe you can read that in the book of Nehemiah. I believe it's like chapter 3 or 2, 3 or 12, somewhere in between there. All right, but it explains it's one of the entrances that went into the city of Jerusalem. Okay, and this is where the merchants would bring in their fish, buying and selling, basically going into commerce. Okay, and how you see it right now, how it's explained in the scriptures, man. Hey, man, the commerce, okay, is being disrupted. Okay, the fish gate is representing where people would bring in their fish and buy and sell. All right, showing that what the economy is breaking down, man. It says in a great crashing from the hills, man, showing that what Esau's system is basically is collapsing right before our eyes, man. Okay, this shit is collapsing, man. Okay, from one end to the other, showing that what, man, this shit is spreading throughout the whole United States, man. Okay, let me see. And it reads on, and read it again. And it shall come to pass in that day, saith the Lord, that there shall be a noise of a cry from the fish gate, because these people out here howling, man. Okay, the same way of how they was making money, it's not making it no more, man. Okay, it's showing that what, man, just as at the point of where Jerusalem was getting destructed. Okay, all right, it was ready for destruction. Here it is in today time in America, Babylon the Great. The Lord is bringing the cries, man, the mourning, the wailing. Just as it was in the time of old, it's going to be the same time today. It says, in a howling from the second, and the great crashing from the hills. All right, we know that the hills, you know, it represents governments. All right, higher powers. Okay, but we knowing and we seeing that what the Lord, all right, is bringing, all right, the fall, okay, of these governments, okay, these systems, okay, and everything to do with America, Babylon the Great, man. Showing that what, man, there's getting ready to be a full financial collapse. Okay, we're seeing the full financial collapse of America, Babylon the Great happening right before our eyes, man. All right, so hey, Lord willing, you was edified from out this lesson. I want to give all honors and infinite praises to YAHAWAH, BaHaShem, YAHAWASHI, BaHaShem, Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, who taught us truth and who rule well. Peace and safety and salutations out there to you sincere and you hopeful elect, scattered abroad across the four winds of this earth. All right, I'm your fellow servant, Malaakia. Shalom.